their physical appearance. You love their physicality, but you haven't fallen in love with them yet. Because I found out that there are some beautiful people on the outside that are ugly on the maybe I need to do this a different way. Maybe I need to do it this different way. See, it don't mean that because you are Halle Berry on the outside that you got pristine and you're all together on the inside. Because there's some folk that tell me that there's some crazy folk that look good on the outside, but their mind will drive you crazy. Look at somebody and tell them they got issues. They got issues. They got issues. And see, you can love my physicality, but you can't love my issues. And if I'm coming, then my issues are coming. Oh, no, maybe I need to preach this. My issues are coming with me. So you got to learn to love me until I get over my issues, or help me work on my issues, because you say that you get somebody by the hand and tell them, if you love me, then my issues are coming with me, and they might not be all together. They might not be so pristine and so together and so perfect and so mature. So you might can love my physicality, but you better check out my issues before my issues drive you insane. Somebody open your mouth and say, help me, Holy Ghost. See, because it's easy to love my physicality, but baby, you got to deal with some issues that are coming along the way. And many of us, our representative shows up and it's all together. But then here comes, a few weeks later, here comes our issues, and they knock on the door, and we've got a carload of issues getting out, and we wondering, well, where are all these little, where they coming from? I don't know. Who are them? Those are my issues, and my issues come, they come to live with me. They come to stay with us. They come to live in our house. Look at somebody and tell them, ask them, do you have any issues? Do you have any issues? I know I can love you, but can I love your issues? Can I love the things that are you bringing with you? You look at somebody and tell you, you got a whole lot of baggage, baby. You got a whole lot of baggage. I thought you was coming by yourself. I thought you were coming, you, just me and you. No, I got some issues and some baggages that's coming along with us. And if you don't learn how to love my issues with me, then I got to go. Because you want my issues to go, but when my issues leave, I'm leaving with them. And you've got to understand that when you declare that you love somebody, you've got to deal with their issues too. Somebody open your mouth and say, help me, Holy Ghost. See, there are some folk who declare that they love you as long as they don't have to deal with your issues. And they convince themselves that they love you, but when it comes to dealing with your issues, they walk out, they're ready to check out, punch out the clock, because they don't want to deal with the onslaught of the issues that come along with you. I want to push it a little bit further, because when you understand this, there are some folk who see that they can get close to you, and the closer they get to you, they know your secrets. You expose yourself to them, and your weaknesses are now seen, and they use them against you. But you can't tell me that you love me if you're not willing to see my weaknesses and see what I got coming with me and keep them between you and I. Oh, I'm going to push you today. I'm going to push you today. Because many of us don't understand that when you say you love someone, that you're willing to see their weaknesses and allow their to be exposed to you, and you don't use them against them, because you said that you love them. And if you love them, then they ought to be able to trust you. Oh, God, help me today. Can I push it further? See, love and trust has to be the same, because life has been so hard to most of us. And for some reason, with all of the situations that have come against us and the dictations dictates of our environment has caused us to separate love and trust. Oh yes, I'm going to pick with you today because many of us don't understand that love and trust are one and the same. But because we have been burned in the church, because we have been burned by family members, because we've been hurt by folk close to us, it causes us to say, I love you, but I don't trust you. I love you, but I can't trust you. And for somehow we have caused ourselves to believe that you can love somebody, but you don't have to trust them. Can I push it even further? I want you to see this because the one whom was closest to you that hurt you deeper than you can begin to imagine caused you to separate love from trust. And I believe it was David that declared this. David said, for it was not an enemy that reproached me, then I could have borne it. He said, neither was it he that hated me that did magnify himself against me, then I would have hid myself from him. He said, but it was thou, a man, my own equal, my guide, and my acquaintance. He said, we took sweet counsel together and walked into the house of God in company. I want you to understand the reason that you can't be hurt by the man downtown or the clerk in the post office is because they're not close enough. But if you really want to be hurt, if you really want to be, in your mind discombobulated, destroyed in your spirit, just let somebody who's close enough get to you to tell you that they love you and then destroy your trust. God help me today. One of the reasons that we have so many problems in the church today is because we got a lot of folk flapping their lips about love, but we got few folk flapping their lip about trust. And I don't want to know if you love me. I want to know, can I trust you?